As long as you can say whatever you want, you can cuss at him, you can say that he's a this, he's a that. My father always taught us that no matter what a person says out of their mouth, that don't make you feel disrespected. We don't care. Oh, I'm sorry. We don't care about that. But what you can't do is put your hands on us, right? And that's when Daddy was like, that's where the buck stopped. There was one time I remember with my father, with a family member, and I won't name the family member. But if some of them see this live, they're going to remember this situation. My father don't be saying nothing to nobody. He don't bother nobody. He has always carried a gun all his life. So if you roll up on him, no matter where he is, at the dry cleaners or picking up his grandkids from school, he gonna be ready, even at 96. So don't even think that you're gonna pull up on him in his Corvette or his Mercedes, because he old. He is old and he will shoot the hell out of you. He will shoot you. He used to always say to us, listen, I will go to jail for mine. He said, I lived a good life. He don't care nothing about that no more. He's like, I don't care. But he's never going to do anything. My father, I've never even seen my father in an argument with a man or woman. I've never seen any of that. My father has never, but he has a way where everybody in the neighborhood, everybody knew, like, don't fuck with him or his kids or his wife. Just don't do it. And he's never even been in an argument or a fight. But there was this one time at our house when we grew up in Kentland, and there was this one time where a family member crossed the line. So a family member, a female, was at our house, and she was disrespectful out of her mouth to my mother. My father don't play that. Like, my mom and dad have their own unique relationship, and they do things their way, and they've been together 60 years and all of that, but they've never been like lovey-dovey, none of that kind of stuff that I would have wanted to see from my parents. Okay, well, what I wanted didn't matter, but I'm still glad that they've been together for 60 years, and they do have an amazing story, right? Well, this one time at our house, a female family member, got out of line with her mouth with my mother. You know, when alcohol gets involved. Back then, everybody used to drink. My mother, yes, y'all, she used to drink. That Jack Daniels, baby, my mother could go, okay? And so back then, you know, the liquor gets to flowing. And one of my family members, one of my cousins, older cousins, I used to call her auntie, because older cousins back then, we used to say auntie because they were older, and for a matter of respect, we wouldn't call them by their name. Well, Auntie so-and-so was over there popping off the mouth with my mother, and my father don't be saying nothing. He was being real quiet and hoping that probably they could just handle it themselves. But y'all know my mother don't say nothing to nobody. She don't bother nobody. She got the most calm type of spirit. Like, she ain't cussing at nobody. She ain't doing none of that. So when my auntie kept cussing and stuff and saying these things to my mother, I was about 10, maybe 11, 12, something like that. And we could all sense, well, me and my sister could sense that my father was getting a little agitated, right? But my auntie kept popping off at the mouth to my mother. My mother not saying nothing, but my auntie was like, and da-da-da-da-da, and bitch, da-da-da-da-da-da. And I think she said the bitch word one too many times. And then she took, you know, back then we had the phones that go, the cords in the wall. The phone is attached to the wall and stuff. And then she snatched it out of the wall because my mom was on the phone. And then she snatched it and said another bitch word or something like that. She said too many bitches to my mother. My daddy got up, like, no, he never even said nothing, y'all. He didn't say, stop talking to my wife like that. Don't say that. He ain't even say nothing. Next thing we know, he slapped her to the floor in our kitchen. No lie. He was like, what? And slapped her down to the floor. I had never seen my dad be physical with anybody in my life. I just knew that he would. We all just knew. It was an unspoken thing. We all knew he would. But I never seen him do it. I've never even seen my daddy in an argument. Well, this day, he slapped her, took his whole hand, and was like, what? was a big family rift for a long time because, of course, my auntie, my older cousin, my auntie at that time had kids around my age, a little older. So they all stopped speaking to us. They all stopped coming over. It was just a bad situation that happened. But my dad, he don't play when it comes to us or my mother. And you can only go but so far. The family has since, we're all good now. We all love each other, all of that. But that was a time I remember because they stopped speaking to us. We stopped speaking to them. And it lasted a long time because her kids were in their feelings like, how your father going to slap my mother like that? And, you know, we were in our feelings because we was like, well, how your mother going to be over here cussing my mother out? So it turned out to be a bad day in our family, and it lasted a long time, but we all good now. And I said all of that to say that both of my parents have two different energies. Like, my mom would have never stepped to her. My mom would have never defended herself. My mom never even said anything back. My mom was just sitting there drinking her Jack Daniels. Like, my mom used to smoke cigarettes. She was smoking her cigarettes and just like, whatever, what's never. The same disposition that she transferred over to me.